Happy Saturday, regardless of where you are. Wait a few more minutes as we just get Instagram set up. So if you haven't grabbed your props already, grab blocks if you have them. You can also use books, like big textbook. That's perfectly okay. Grab a blanket, maybe something to sit on. I have a little bolster here, okay? So maybe a big fat blanket to sit on. You can get settled. Grab your water too. You ready, Eric? Yeah. Okay. This one's not that one. Hi guys, happy Saturday. It's getting live on the other platforms. 1 second. Hi guys. Okay, awesome. Welcome to today's practice. Welcome to your yoga class. Thanks for joining me today. I want to talk a little bit today about this idea of a whole new world. I was a big Disney geek back in the day, and I definitely love Princess Jasmine. And I was just caught it on TV this week. And something about this idea of a whole new world for you and for me is kind of really relevant right now. Lots of things have shifted, lots of things have changed, and we're moving forward and completely away from this old world into this new world. And I think it's important to acknowledge that we're entering this new world as better human beings, right? As more loving, more kind, more compassionate, because we've all gone through this sort of traumatic experience together. The whole world is going through it together. So I think that can, work towards building some more compassion and kindness in our own hearts as we're dealing with everybody in our day-to-day lives. I've been missing lots of my friends and family. I'm a big people person. But I know that some people are also right now more comfortable being alone or being by themselves. So just continue to reach out to people you love and continue to stay connected. But think of this idea of this whole new world that we're going to be moving into and what you want this whole new world to look like and how you want to step forward into this whole new world. So just a couple of thoughts to keep in mind as we go through our flow today. So let's start with some pranayama, some breathing. Come into a nice, comfortable cross-legged position right here. Again, you can be seated up on a blanket. We're going to begin today with Ujjayi breath, okay? Some Ujjayi breathing. Hi guys, I'm just going to fix this. So that's the constricted breath, right? So right here in your back of your throat, we're going to find this slight constriction. And once again, once you've got the hang of it, you can follow along with me. So once you're in a comfortable cross-legged position, I want you to make peace fingers. So tuck all your fingers underneath your thumb except your first 2 pointer fingers, okay? And then go ahead and just allow them to rest on your knees, right, with your peace fingers facing out. Bring the shoulders away from your ears. Maybe you close your eyes if it's comfortable for you. And then go ahead and take a deep breath right in through your nostrils. Hold the breath at the top. And then right through your nostrils, exhale it out. Once again, breathe in right into your nose. Hold the breath at the top. And then exhale out through the nose once again. Breathe in, expand your belly into your diaphragm, into the chest. Hold the breath at the top. Exhale, find a slight constriction in the back of the throat to create that oceanic sounding breath. A few times just like that. Inhale deeply, expand the belly. Right into your chest, to your heart, hold the breath. Slight constriction back of the throat, exhale it out. Do 5 more at your own pace. Two more. Inhaling in the peace, the love, the compassion. Exhaling out the old world, things that don't serve us. Inhaling in acceptance, moving forward, embracing the new world. And exhale it out, letting go of the past, and any habits and patterns that don't serve. Bring your hands to your heart space, Anjali Mudra, all the fingers connect, push your fingers together, get some energy. Reach your hands up above your head in prayer, grow tall up out of your seat. And the prayers up above your head are just connecting to the divine entity, to the world above us that's controlling and guiding us in this direction of a new world, of a new faith. Bring your hands back to your heart space. Bow down and trusting that whatever is coming is good. It's meant for us to come out on the other side a little bit better. Remove and bolster out from underneath you. If you had, the blanket can come out too. And come onto your hands and knees. Okay, we're going to start with the child's pose. So place the hands out in front of you. Bring your knees underneath your hips. Send your hips all the way back down towards your heels. And then as you guide your third eye down towards the ground, I want you to cup your armpits in, right? So there's a little cupping action happening here. As you guide the third eye down to the ground. Try to keep the legs parallel and straight for this child's pose. And take a deep inhale. So you breathe right into your belly, right onto your thighs. And exhale it out completely. Tense your fingers. So come up onto your fingertips, okay? Walk those fingertips over towards the right side. As much as you can. And then slowly guide your third eye down to the ground and fold here to the side. Take a few deep belly breaths right here. And then lift the head up. Walk your fingertips all the way over to the other side. Remember, we're on our fingertips. Good. And then slowly fold over towards the left. Come back to our center space. So we're going to continue focusing on the spine for a bit in our puttering today. And guide the third eye down to the ground. Keep the elbows cupped, the armpits cupped, but bring the palms together out in front of you now, back to that prayer position. And then I just want you to guide your thumbs back towards your shoulder blades, okay? They may not touch, they may just be right here above your forehead. Or you might be a little bit more comfortable to walk the elbows out and guide your thumb right in between your shoulders, okay? So the prayer position is in between the shoulder blades. And then bring the prayer back out in front of you, lift your head, look forward. And then slowly lower the head back down and take that prayer position back in between the shoulder blades. Inhale, guide the prayer forward. Look up for just 1 second. And last time, you'll guide the third eye down to the ground and guide your prayer hands in between your shoulder blades. So good. Prayers come back out in front of you. Spread your hands apart. So we're back in our neutral child's pose. Okay? And now we're gonna just thread the needle here. So you're gonna take your left hand, okay? And you're just gonna send it underneath the right hand and then twist. Try to bring that right shoulder blades down on the ground, okay? And then you can turn your head and look over towards the right side here. Okay, now from here, guys, you're gonna take your right hand, the long hand that's right in front of you, okay? You're gonna lift up and take that right hand right behind you and place your left hand onto your right knee so you come into a simple twist. Good, then loop the hand from behind you, bring it all the way down onto the ground and come forward into your child's pose and fold. Good, tent the left fingers this time, send your right hand through and thread the needle. Come on to your right shoulder blade best you can and look towards the left side with your head. Your ears on the ground too here. And then lift on up, guide the left hand behind you, place the right hand on your left knee and come into a twist here. So good. Come on back down into your child's pose, third eye to the ground. And then just round the spine as you come on up into a tabletop position onto your hands and knees. And then when you get there, make sure the fingertips and hands are underneath your shoulders, the knees are underneath the hip bones, okay? And we're gonna work the 6 directions of the spine here. So we're gonna start off with spinal extension and spinal flexion. So as you inhale, basically cat-cow, right? So look up for cow pose, lift the tailbone, send your gaze up towards the ceiling. And then push away from your ground, round your spine. Tuck the navel in, okay? And tuck your chin in towards your chest as you reach your shoulders up towards the ceiling. And then lift the tailbone, round your spine, send it up towards your ceiling. And then tuck your tailbone, come into cat pose. Send the heart through for cow. And tuck the chest in for cat. Good. Come to a neutral table, okay? And then send the hips over to the left and look over your left shoulder. And then send the hip over towards the right and look over the right shoulder. And just take it a little side to side like this. Left to right, left to right. Okay? Look over the shoulder, the same shoulder that you're sending your hip. Send the hips to the left, look to the left, send the hips to the right, look to the right. So the first 2 directions are spinal flexion and extension. The other 2 directions are side to side, right? So good. Good. In our neutral table now, let the toes touch. Spread the knees wide slightly. Place your left hand right in the center and reach up with the right. And then switch it over. Ground through the right hand, lift up with the left. Good. Once again, you're going to do that. If you would like, and this is easy for you, you can wrap your right hand around your back. Okay? And then expand forward a little bit to get into your pec. Swoop your hand around and switch it over to the other side. Maybe you'll wrap the hand around and take an early bind. Good. Take it one more time, either side here, guys. Lift up. If you took the bind, you can take it here. And switch it back. Inhale to lift. Exhale to stay. Inhale, come back to the center. Parallel your knees over here now. So good. Now, walk your hands forward just a little bit, okay? The knees are already on the ground, okay? We're going to bring our hands forward a little bit more. And I want you to guide your heart down towards the earth. And then guide your chin down. So it's knees, chest, chin. And then slide forward, ground through your pelvis down into the earth. Push into the tops of the feet, push into your hand, broaden through the collarbone for your baby cobra. Lower down through the third eye. Good. And from here, guys, I just want you to lift up your hands in front of you with your peace fingers. Just lift up your hands. Bring your hands down to your side. Send it back to a tabletop position. Good. Now let's find our first downward facing dog. So spread the fingertips wide. Send your hips up high. And now really important here is to bring your triceps in, bring your biceps out. Engage your quads and send the hips up high, okay? The idea is to find so much length in our spine here for our downward facing dog. Keep your feet about hip width apart. Reach down through your heels and keep engaging your quads so the knees lift, okay? Tuck your navel in close to your spine. Good. Now here we're going to do a few spinal undulations, okay? Continue working through the spine. So we're going to shift it forward into plank, but I want you to keep your neck tucked until you come all the way forward and then send the gaze forward. Now bend your knees, send it back like you're coming into a squat, and send it back up to downward facing dog. And then round your spine, think cat pose, and then come forward, think cow, bend your knees, back up to downward facing dog, right? So this idea of undulating the spine. It's gonna look a little bit different for everybody, depending on your flexibility, your mobility. Another option here is to be on your blocks. I love my blocks when I'm in first downward facing dog, honestly. Brings the clown so much closer to you, right? So if you're on your blocks, it's over here. Then you come forward into plank, bend the knees, plank squat. I did that last week, send it up, down dog. Back forward, head lifts, round your spine, send it up. Take a few more rounds on your own, okay? Allow it to be fluid. And remember, no one's watching you, so. One more round, guys, just like that. Okay? And so after you take your last round like this, come into plank, okay? This time we're gonna lower down as one solid straight line. So just lower yourself down. Sorry, blocks in the way for me. Lower yourself down, one solid straight line. And then lift back up into that baby cobra. Lower it down. Find peace fingers again. Reach forward. Peace to the new world. Place the hands down next to you. Tuck your toes, send it up and back. Downward facing dog. Good. Bend your knees. Come back to that plank squat. This time, bring your left foot forward. Place it down in between your hands. And lower the back leg down. Peace fingers rise up for Anjaneyasana. Make sure your front knee is over your front ankle, okay? Nice solid 90-degree angle. If it's comfortable to go a little bit further in the quadricep and the hip flexor, you can do so. Good. Now spread your hands wide and turn over towards the left side. So we're in an open twist in your Anjaneyasana. Good. Come back to the center. Peace fingers go up above your head. If you have a block here, you can grab a block, okay? You're gonna place your left hand on the ground or on a block. We're gonna bend our right knee, grab hold of the right foot. Okay, we wanna get a nice quad stretch here into the hip flexor. So look forward. You can grab the back of the outside of your foot or the inside of your foot, depending on what's comfortable for that leg down. Swoop your left hand out in front of you. Lift up the back leg and reach your left arm high for a simple twist. The back quad is engaged and lifting and reaching up. The hamstrings reaching up towards the ceiling. Come on back down. Frame your front foot. Send it straight back to plank pose. Okay? And then lower through either knees, chest, chin, or one solid straight line. And lift up into baby cobra. And send it up and back, downward facing dog. Bend your knees. Send your right foot forward. Lower the back knee down. Peace fingers bring you up to Anjaneyasana. And open up to a twist. Send the piece out to the side. Come back to your center space. Lower the left hand down. Lower the right hand down. Bend the left knee. Grab hold of your left foot. Find the quad stretch. Make sure you can put a blanket underneath your knee if you're feeling any sort of tension there. Slowly lower it down. Move up into simple twist. Lift up the left leg. Reach up with the right arm. Slowly come on back down. Frame your front foot. Send it back to plank. Okay, knees, chest, chin. Lower down one solid straight line. Or take a child's pose. Your pick. And then wherever you are, we'll meet in downward facing dog. Right? Bend your knees. Send your left foot forward. Lower down. Peace fingers with Anjaneyasana. And open up to the side. This time, just tip it back like you're reversing your warrior. Try to keep the peace fingers. And slowly lower it down and just lift straight up into a simple twist. Lift up the back leg. Reach up with the left arm. Good. Come on down to frame your front foot. This time, hop it to the front of your mat. Meet in a forward fold. Feet are about hip width apart. And then place the hands on the shin or on the ground. Think cow pose. Lift up your tailbone into your halfway lift. Swoop the piece up high. Urdhva Hastasana, full body extension. Reach back slightly. And swoop it all the way back down. Bend your knees. Come into a forward fold. Shift the weight to your toes, away from your heels. Place the hands on the ground. Send your right foot back. Send your left leg back. And take your vinyasa of choice. Lower down, one solid straight line. Knees, chest, chin. Baby cobra. Downward facing dog. Bend the knees. Right foot forward. Back leg lowers. Rise up for peace. Open up to twist. And then tip it back for reverse. Keep the peace fingers reaching back. Come on down. Guide that left hand right next to your right foot. Lift up to simple twist. Hop it forward to the front of your mat. Meet in a forward fold. Halfway lift. And inhale. Full body extension on the exhale. Slight back bend as you inhale. Exhale, come down to fold. Send your left leg back. And straight to plank. This time lower down. And broaden through the collarbones. Good. Come on down, lift up the peace fingers. Chalavasana variation. Hands come next to your shoulders. Send it up and back, downward facing dog. Good. Bend your knees. Left foot comes forward. This time we're going to keep that back leg lifted as we rise on to a high crescent. And then expand your arms, open twist. You can keep the back knee down if you'd like, and then tip it back. Swoop the right hand down, lift up with the left for a simple twist. Hop it forward to the front of your mat, forward fold. Move into a halfway lift. Peace fingers bring you all the way up, full body extension. Slight back bend. Come on all the way back down. And then send your right foot back, then the left leg back. It's time chaturanga dandasana, right? So shift the weight forward in front of the shoulders. Tuck your elbows in, lower halfway. Broaden through your chest. Untuck your toes. Find an up dog with the knees lifted. Tuck your navel in, hips go up and back, downward facing dog. Bend your knees. Right foot comes forward. Come up high on the ball of that back foot. You rise up to your high crescent. And expand and open up to the right. Shoot through the peace fingers. And then tip it back to reverse. Bring your left hand down onto the ground, right next to your right foot. Reach up. Keep the hips square. Come on down, frame your front foot, hop it to the front of the mat. Forward fold. Tuck your navel in as you move to that halfway lift. Take a deep breath as you find a full body extension. And slowly lower it all the way back down. Forward fold. Send it back to plank. You can also hop it back to plank. Oopsies. Chaturanga dandasana. To upward facing dog. To downward facing dog. Bend the knees, take a child's pose. And take a quick sip of water if you'd like here. Hope you're all doing well. Okay. And when you're ready, come into a downward facing dog. We're going to walk our hands back to meet our feet. So you're in your down dog, walk your hands all the way back. Okay, I'm just going to move up a little to make sure everyone can see me. Good. Now when you get to the back of your mat, in your downward face, in your forward fold, guys, bend your knees a lot, take your two peace fingers, and grab hold of your big toes. Okay? Grab hold of them so fiercely. Bend your elbows so that you feel a belly-thigh connection, right? And then fold forward. Relax the head down. Sway a little side to side here. And from here, we're going to find chair pose, Utkatasana. Keep your peace fingers. Send the hands up so you have a seat in your chair. Okay? Make sure you can see your toes. Okay, reach up, think of rooting down through the heels and all four corners of your feet as you lift up out of your chest. And then open it up again. So just open up towards the left. Good. Now you're opening up towards the left, right? So the left hand's behind you, right hand is in front of you. I want you to fold forward. Take that right hand, grab hold of your left ankle. Cross the opposite hand over to your right ankle. So we're like a crisscross forward fold. From there, look forward, come into a plank pose. Okay, I have to walk back, but you're gonna just walk straight forward into a plank pose. Good. When you get there onto your plank pose, lower the left knee down. We're gonna take a side plank over to the left side. So start to shift your weight over to the left hand, grab a block if you would like. You might have to turn your left foot slightly. Ground into the pinky toe edge of the right foot and reach up with the right arm. If you want a little bit more, from plank you just go straight into Vashisthasana, side plank. Stack your toes. Slowly lower it all the way back down. Come forward into plank. Okay? Chaturanga, child's pose, whatever it is you want, take your pick. But do give yourself a child's pose after the vinyasa. So meet in child's pose. Send it up and back, downward facing dog. And then walk your hands back to meet your feet. Repeat this on the other side. Okay? Forward fold, relax it down. and then lift up into chair with your peace fingers. And then we'll take this on the other side. So open up towards the right. Send your right hand behind you and reach forward with the left. Try to keep your knees in line with one another. And then as you come forward, take your left hand, grab hold of the right ankle. Right hand grabs hold of the left ankle, and we are a crisscross forward fold. Then I'm going to walk it all the way forward into my plank pose. And then I can take my plank modification, where I'm going to lower my right knee down. Or I could just take a full side plank. Ground into the pinky toe edge of my left foot. Stack my right foot over my left. Reach up for side plank. Or this right knee is on the ground. Okay? You have that variation too. And then come back to plank, regular plank. Take your vinyasa of choice. And remember, after you get to that downward facing dog, come and take a child's pose. I want to keep coming back to the earth, right? We keep coming back to this new world. Surrendering to the new world. Good. Now from here, shift it forward to plank. Okay? And then walk your hands back to your feet. Once again. Peace finger chair. Open up towards the left. Crisscross forward fold. Right hand to left ankle. Left hand to right ankle. Bend the knees, walk it forward, come into a plank. And always grab a block. And you shift it over to your side plank. Maybe this time you take the full variation if you took a modification last time. If you're ready for a little more, maybe lift your right foot a couple of inches off the ground. Maybe you'll lift it up a little bit more. Come back to plank. I know, we're going to be so strong when we get into this new world. Lower through knees, chest, chin, chaturanga, up dog. Whew. Meet in downward facing dog. Find the child's pose, return to your earth. And then send it back up, downward facing dog. Walk your hands back. Peace finger chair. Open up towards the right. Back down to fold, crisscross. Walk it forward. Shift over to your right hand. Ground into the pinky toe edge of the right foot. Lift up to your side plank. Maybe your leg lifts. Slowly lower, back to regular plank. Take your vinyasa of choice. I'm taking knees, chest, chin right now. To baby cobra. Child's pose. Downward facing dog. We're going to add on to this round. Okay, this is the big round. Last time like this too though. On this side. Walk your hands back to your feet. We're in a forward fold. Peace fingers chair. Open up towards the left. Come take your right hand, grab hold of the left ankle, cross the right arm over, forward fold. Tuck your navel in close to spine as you walk it into a plank. And then shift the weight over to the left hand and rise up to side plank. If you're ready for something else, lift up the right foot. Place your right foot behind your right leg. So come up on the ball, so we're reversing your dog. Flip dog. Okay? And then lift up, broaden through your chest. Reach back with the left arm, send your hips forward. Come into a high crescent from here. Take your right hand, place it on the ground. Bring your right foot in between your hands. It's a little big move, you got it. Adjust the stance if you need to. We're already in high crescent though, right? Come up high on the ball of that back foot. Rise up all the way. Front knee over front ankle. Peace fingers at the top. Good. Now from here, guys, we're just going to come to the front of our mat, okay? So maybe bring your hands to your heart space to find that balance. Okay, and then shift it to the front of your mat. Come into Tadasana. Palms come to your side. Lift up and engage your quads. Push into all four corners of your feet. Take a moment of the sacred pause. Swoop your hands up high, Urdhva Hastasana. Take a slight back bend. Slowly lower it all the way back down to forward fold. Hop it back, Chaturanga, plank, to up dog. Take a child's pose, and meet me in child's pose. Last round like this, downward facing dog. Walk your hands back to meet your feet. Peace finger chair. Open up to the right. Crisscross forward fold. Bend the knees, walk it all the way forward, come into plank. Vashisthasana, side plank on the right side this time. And then take that left foot, place it behind you. Some of you might be right here, some of you may go further back. Lift up the hips, flip your dog. Come into a high crescent. Take the left hand, plant it down, place your left foot in between your hands. Find that ball toe mound right underneath your big toe. Push into that ball toe mound and rise up. Got some dogs passing, so I'm telling you, you may hear some of them bark. High crescent lunge here. Hands come to your heart space. Okay? Shift the weight forward. Tadasana, mountain pose. Okay? Feet are about hip width apart. Palms are at your side. Navel is tucked. Maybe you close your eyes for a moment here and take a minute and breathe. Notice how you're feeling here. We've done a lot. We've done a lot of planks. We've built a lot of strength up. And we're going to keep going. Easy, baby. This is Hazel. Okay, so we're at the front of our mat, right? Tadasana. Feet are about hip width apart. Good. Now, place your hands at your heart space. Shift your weight over to the left leg, okay? Peel the right heel off the ground. And then send your right foot back behind you to come back into that high crescent. Okay? So good. Peace fingers and reach up. Okay. Now I'm going to just turn because it's going to be a lot easier for you to see me. Okay. Peace fingers up front. Okay. Now straighten out your left leg. Reach up nice and tall. Now that quad and everything is so strong and engaged as I straighten out the left leg. Then I'm going to parallel my feet to come into a flying warrior with my peace fingers right above, right? Now externally rotate your right leg, okay? Place it down on the ball edge of your foot, ball mount of your foot, and then reach out with your peace fingers for warrior two. Okay, so it's your right foot, it's the back of your mat now. Got it? Now from here, Hazel, take your right arm, place it down on your right thigh, reach over with the left for extended side angle. And really push into the pinky toe edge of your left leg. Okay, so you feel this long straight line on the left side of your body. From your peace fingers to your pinky toe. And don't collapse down here either. Give yourself plenty of space and length in your shoulder blades. Okay? Maybe you look up towards the ceiling. Make sure that front knee is over front ankle too. Toes are facing forward. Now from here, tip it all the way back for a peaceful warrior. So just reverse your warrior up and around, but keep that front leg nice and strong. And then come meet me at the center, parallel both feet, flying warrior with our peace fingers up above our head. And then warrior two to the front of your mat. So externally rotate the left leg and reach out with your hands, adjust your stance if necessary, right? So good. Now from here, you're gonna come on down, frame your front foot, okay? And then hop to the front of the mat. Good. Forward fold. Now find your peace fingers, okay? Grab hold of the left toe with your peace fingers. Place your right hand on your right hip. Shift the weight over to the right foot and just slowly lift your left leg up and find a moment of balance. Holding on to your pinky toe, look up towards the ceiling, find a point of focus. Good. Now see if you can let go of the foot, send the peace fingers up above your head, and then take a sort of bent knee balance pose, like this. Okay? So knees bent behind you, the front knee is bent, with our peace fingers up above our head. Now from here, you're going to send that left leg back to crescent. So the left foot goes all the way back and down to our crescent lunge, right? So we're back where we started this. And then straighten out your right leg this time. Get very strong and long in the right leg. My back leg is so strong too. Support me. Then I'm going to parallel my feet. Come to the center of the mat to fly. Come up out of the rib cage. Peace to the new world as you open up, externally rotate your left leg to warrior two. Bring your left hand to the left thigh. Reach over with the right for extended side angle. Make sure you feel an arch lift in your right foot. Try to get really low to the ground as we connect to the earth. Tip it back to reverse your warrior. And then let's fly to the center. Warrior two to the front. Cartwheel your hands down, frame your front foot. Come to the front of the mat, forward fold. Place your left hand on your left hip, right peace fingers, grab right toe, right up, rise on up. Hug the left hip in, bring your thigh close to your belly, gazes up. And then maybe we'll straighten out our peace fingers. Keep the back knee bent behind you and take this bent knee pose. And as you elongate it out, I want you to imagine sort of floating that back leg as you lowered through for your high crescent on this side. And then back to that flying warrior, to the center. Warrior two to the back of the mat. Good. Lift those frontal hip points, coming into extended side angle. Okay, now we're going to find a triangle pose from here, okay? So you're going to straighten out that front left right leg, your back right leg. Place the right hand on your right shin. Maybe it comes down to the ankle. Okay, and you can just swoop your left arm up and around as you hug your left hip in and elongate to the right side of your body. Okay? Keep a little micro bend in the knee so that you're not hyperextending. Bring your shoulder blades back onto your back and rotate through your torso as you hug the hip in. Take a bind as you reverse it back for peace. Wrap your hand around your waist. Come to the center to fly. Moment of pause. Straight open to warrior two at the front. Now this time as you cartwheel it down, we'll come into simple twist. So take that right hand, bring it down to the ground, lift up with the left for simple twist. Good, then come to the front of your mat. Grab hold of the left toe with your peace fingers. Maybe the right hand stays on the hip. You rise on up. Okay, if you would like to straighten out the leg, you can. Come into Utthita C. Keep your toes and leg flexed. And maybe you'll send the foot back behind you. Maybe you'll want to straighten it out for Warrior 3. You can place your hands on your blocks here. You can also continue with the bent knee pose, okay? Take your pick. Wherever you are, float your left leg back and down into that high crescent. Parallel your feet, flying warrior. Warrior 2 to the back of the mat. Come into your extended side angle. And then maybe you'll take a triangle pose on this side. Straighten out the left leg. Hug your right hip in. As you deepen into the left hip flexor, keep reaching up with the right arm so you don't collapse down in your left arm. Make sure you can feel an arch in the back foot. Turn your foot a little bit if you need to. Find the bind, tip it back to reverse. Let's meet in the center to fly. Open up to Warrior 2. Good. Find a simple twist. Left arm comes on the ground. Left hand comes on the ground. Right arm reaches up. Back leg is strong. Come to the front of your mat. Hop forward. Peace fingers, grab your right toe. Rise up to your Utthita variation where you can keep your knee bent, especially if your hip flexors are tight. Okay? Otherwise, shine the heart forward as you straighten out the front leg. Send the foot back behind you with your peace fingers up. So you're in that bent knee pose. And if it suits you, maybe you'll float to a Warrior 3. Or you can place your hands on the blocks in front of you. Keep your hands on your hips. But imagine there's a wall behind you and that foot is placed up against that wall. And then gracefully lower the leg down. Come back up to crescent. Last round like this, guys. Flying warrior. Warrior 2. Tip it back. Extended side angle. To triangle pose. Shift it back to peace with the mind. Come to the center to fly. Take a deep breath as you expand open to Warrior 2. Full inhale and exhale as you move into simple twist. Come to the front of your mat. Grab hold of your left toe. Rise on up. Send it back behind you. Peace fingers above your head. Bend it back to crescent. Come into flying warrior. Open up Warrior 2. Peace fingers out to the side. Extended side angle. To triangle pose. Shift it all the way back for peaceful warrior. Come into flying. Externally rotate the right leg. Where's your drishti at? In between your peace fingers. Come on down for simple twist. Ground into your left foot. Strong in your left leg. Reach up with the right. Swoop it forward. Come to the front of your mat. Grab hold of your left toes. Rise on up. And then send it back with your knee bent, or warrior 3. And then this time, just place your feet down, hip width apart, hands come to your side, Tadasana. Whew. Take a few deep breaths right here. Good. Inhale your peace hands up front. Lift up your right heel off the ground and step it wide. And then spread the arms wide, interlace the fingers behind you, shine the heart forward like you're ready to embrace this new world of love, peace, compassion. Heart forward, heart forward, heart forward. Take a nice wide-legged forward fold right at the front of your mat, guys. Guide the elbows out in front of you. Should feel so good after all of that work you just did. Use the grip to rise on back up. Peace fingers up above your head brings you back to Tadasana. And then peel your left heel off the ground. Take it nice and wide. Peace pose as you spread your arms wide. That's why I call this peace pose. Interlace your fingers behind you. Heart shines through, wide-legged forward fold. Use the grip to rise on back up. Peace fingers up above your head. Bring you back to Tadasana at the front of your mat. Turn your toes out slightly. Yogi squatted down. Bring your hands to your heart space and squat down. Once you get to your yogi squat, just hang here for a moment. If you want to sit on a block, you can do that too. Give yourself more space to turn out. Keep your navel tucked in. Ground in through the left fingertips. Push into the left fingertips. Open up through the right arm. Maybe you'll wrap that right arm around you and take a bind. Right fingers right in front of your right thigh. Push that right thigh back. Open up with your left arm. Maybe you'll take the bind. So good. Now come on back forward. Take this block out from under you if you grabbed it, okay? Sit your hips back on the ground. Now stay with me here. So we'll look like this, right? I need you to bring your left foot in and bring the right foot out, okay? And then go ahead and place the back of your right arm on the ground. Reach over with the left arm for a twist. And then tense your fingers, frame your knee. Janusirsasana, head to knee pose. Maybe bend your knee if you need to and you feel your hamstrings are tight. Stargazer brings you up. Swoop your left arm around. Place it right next to your hip. Ground into the pinky toe edge of the right leg. Send the hips forward for your Stargazer. Slowly lower it back down. Bring both feet out in front of you. Hands are at your side. Knock the knees side to side. Shoot your right leg out. Bring your left leg in. Okay? Left leg. Back of the left arm comes down. I reach over with my right. Maybe the peace fingers grab your toe. Maybe not yet. If you can't breathe comfortably in the pose, come out of it a little bit, okay? Instagram's gone on beach yoga. And then you're gonna frame your knee, okay, with your fingers. Janusirsasana, come down and fold. And then Stargazer, right? So swoop your right arm up and around, ground to the pinky toe edge of the left leg. Come on to your right shin. Swoop the hips forward, lift those frontal hip points. And then slowly lower it all the way back down. Place both feet on the ground. Arms are next to you. Altar pose. Lift the hips up high. Bring your core tight. Relax your head and your neck down. Good. Slowly lower your hips back down. Okay? Place the legs out in front of you. Come into a forward fold. Think heart forward, heart forward. Let the hands fall wherever it falls naturally. And relax the head down towards your knees. And then slowly, vertebrae by vertebra, you're going to lower down one at a time, all the way down onto the ground. And then walk your feet in towards your hips. So you can take a bridge pose. Place your palms down next to you. Okay? Feet are as close to your hips as you can get. And then you're going to go ahead and lift up your hips. Imagine there's a block in between your legs, so you keep the legs nice and parallel. Keep pushing into your hands. Lift the hips a little bit more. Lift your chest a little bit towards your chin. And imagine there's like a ball underneath your chin so that you have to open up your throat. Maybe you'll interlace the fingers underneath you and come up onto your shoulder blades. And then slowly, you lower your chest down, thoracic spine, mid-back, all the way down to the lumbar spine. Okay? And then rock the knees side to side. Now we're going to take that one more time. Okay, or if you would like to take a wheel pose, you can absolutely do that. So if you're taking a bridge pose, go ahead and do that. If you have never taken wheel pose before, please do not use this video to learn wheel pose. I can't see you and it's just not safe, okay? So keep doing bridge pose if you've never done it. If you haven't done wheel, if you want to try wheel because it's in your practice, you can place your hands right next to your ears, okay? Palms are facing up. Push into your hands, push into your feet, and come up onto your forehead first. Maybe you'll just stay right here. Or otherwise, you can shine the heart through and come into a full wheel. Tuck your shoulder blades in and just breathe here. Make sure the legs are super active. The pose comes from the base of your spine. And then slowly, one vertebra at a time, after you tuck your chin in, you'll slowly lower through. Guide the knees in towards your chest, whether you're in a bridge or a wheel. And rock side to side. And then go ahead and take a happy baby. Grab hold of the inside of your feet. Bring your elbows, your knees in towards your armpits, grounding to the tailbone. Rock a little side to side. Right leg straightens out, cross the left leg over, simple twist. Switch it over to the other side. And then come into your Shavasana. Straighten out your legs. Place your hands right next to your hips. Palms are facing up. Bring the shoulders away from your ears. Now you could just be. As you're in your Shavasana, I'm just going to share a poem with you. The Privileged Lovers. The moon has become a dancer at this festival of love, this dance of light. This sacred blessing, this divine love, beckons us to a world beyond only lovers can see with their eyes of fiery passion. They are the chosen ones who have surrendered. Once they were particles of light, now they are the radiant sun. They have left behind the world of deceitful games. They are the privileged lovers who create a new world with their eyes of fiery passion. Take a deep belly breath. Come onto your right side, fetal position. And then come into a comfortable seat at the front. Bring your hands to your heart space. Bring your thumbs to your third eye. We bow down to the new world, to the new earth, with this new attitude of acceptance, love, and compassion. From my heart to yours, namaste. Thank you for practicing with me today, spending some time today on your Saturday. I'll be back here tomorrow at the same time. If you'd like to donate to Beach Yoga SoCal to get us through this difficult time, I've included all the donation information right on the Facebook post. Otherwise, DM us. You can use Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, lots of different options. Stay safe, stay healthy. I love you and I miss you. I'll see you soon.